watching the political war, any reasonable person will be amazed because the way people speak and act is as if there is no God overseeing all things. But the truth is that if God is God, then He is God. The problem we have all this while is that religion failed. A lot of people who claim that they were called of God were actually called by their stomach. Be that as it may, God is God. And this world was created for a purpose. I wouldn't want to go into details on how God came into being. That's a message for another time. But the army of God has arisen. And I'm stepping out now as the commander of heavenly armies to set aside all the cause of evil, the forces that have been overwhelming the world all this while. I've been commissioned by heaven to bring out the truth. It's actually the sevenfold spirits of God that control existence. This planet Earth and life on Earth was designed as a test ground to bring out those that the spirits of God will use to control all things. That's actually what the whole struggle is all about. To get people that can be submissive to the Spirit after they have access to power, to wealth in all ramifications. So the whole idea is to see what people will do with the ephemeral power and wealth. This was designed by heaven because of the mistake of the past, when Lucifer and some of the other archangels were empowered to take charge of the universe. Because of that privilege, they decided to sabotage the heavens. That was actually why the new world is being created. So before we cross over into that new world, people will be tested. You'll be given power, you'll be given wealth, you'll be given wisdom to see how much you are going to be submissive to God after that. That's actually what it's all about. So the whole idea is that the effigy of Christ, the position of Christ was created as a standard of test. If you are given all this power and wealth, can you submit to God at any point? That's actually what it's all about. So the tests have been going on over the years. And the Spirit of God have been marking people, judging day by day. The truth was that the Spirit concluded her mission by December 31, 2019. That's the whole truth of the matter. All those that passed the test, the divine test, have been marked. We are about to cross over now into the new world. The end of this world has come. I am the sign. The moment you see me addressing the nations from the presidency in Nigeria, just pack your bags, we're crossing over. We shall address the nations from the presidency in Nigeria because the world only listens to the president. So the heavens have decided that we're using our sorrow, the seat of power in Nigeria, to address the world. It's now left for heaven to know how it's going to be. But the heavenly host will take the machinery of the power in Nigeria to address the world. For now, we're doing something like introduction to what is about to come. So we're welcoming you into the government of God. The eternal government of God has been established, and we're here to take dominion over this universe. Special announcement from the throne of majesty. Inauguration of the new order. From the end of this year, 2021, a strange plague more devastating than COVID-19 will silently break out and begin to ravage the world, and all the nations of the world will be locked down eventually. In the midst of the crisis, the saints of God, the archangels and the host of heaven, who are presently on earth wearing human disguise, will leave for the inner world in sudden rapture to witness the marriage of the spirits of God and the incarnate one, the wedding of the Lamb. Those remaining on earth after the translation of the heavenly host will face crises of unimaginable proportion. And in the midst of the crisis, the Antichrist will arise as a false Messiah. For 7 years, the whole world will be in turmoil, and the spirits of those that will be tortured to death as they work out their own salvation by trying to resist the world governments under the Antichrist shall be drawn into the inner world after they bleed to death to join the saints. Immediately after the 7 years of tribulation, the incarnate one will reappear in the world with the armies of heaven to overthrow the Antichrist and then set aside the cause of evil forever and usher in the new world, the eternal kingdom and government of God. Nigeria was chosen as the spiritual capital of the world by heaven for the purpose of executing the winding up program for the present order of things. Accordingly, the messengers of death will strike and purge the nation first before facing the entire humanity. There will be political and religious crises in the nation that will eventually escalate into anarchy. In the midst of the upheaval, the plague of the nations will start. The whole world should watch Nigeria thus to know the timing of the coming catastrophe. The moment Nigeria breaks down in total anarchy, humanity should prepare for the end. Young army and police officers will take over the machinery of the government at the end of the day. However, they will become overwhelmed and exasperated at a point by the enormity of the situation, occasioning the takeover by their immediate superior officers. All the nations that will want to gang up against the new government in sanctions and the likes will fail because heaven is involved. The superior officers will take steps to reorganize the nation. There will be devolution of power with a coordinating center. They will retire all the senior officers from the rank of colonel upwards and will appoint a civilian godfather as caretaker and head of the government to help them reorganize the nation and bring lasting peace. After reorganizing the nation and peace is restored, the covenant message of heaven will be delivered from the country to all mankind, and then the saints will live, while the whole world becomes engulfed in crisis, just as happened in the old Nigeria. Russia will align with the Arab world to face America and her own allies in the Third World War. The present world will not recover without devastating dislocations from the apocalypse. And the only peace mankind will ever experience again will be the birth of the new world under the rulership of the incarnate one. Towards the ending of this year 2021, the spirit of death shall take over the presidency in Nigeria, and whoever enters the office without the mark of authority over death shall be consumed. The pilgrimage on earth is over. Everyone should be concerned now about where he will be in the new world. The present world has been devoted to destruction and death. Everything is over. In this present world, people are at liberty to live out whatever they desire in full, whether good or evil, without God's intervention, so that the heavens will be justified to place them appropriately in the new world. All the things that people experience from the past to date were designed to enable them create their eternal lots, so that every person has judged himself in the past by judging and relating with others. This is the time of harvest. Everyone will now be placed in accordance to what the person sowed in the past, vis-a-vis his relationship with God and his fellow men. All souls were brought to the planet Earth to be purged of their shortcomings, and also to learn the lessons necessary to equip them for their individual roles and positions in the eternal kingdom and government of God. And most importantly, to test out what they could do with ephemeral power and wealth. The present world is not actually real. It's like a dream world order designed by heaven to discover the truth fundamentally, to establish what creations and heavenly beings are capable of doing with their self-will, and also to get a platform and standard through which all beings shall be placed justifiably in the inner world of reality. That is the whole truth of the matter. The moment this message is beamed to the whole world from the presidency in Nigeria, that will be a sign that the saints of God are about to leave. Every person on earth at that point should take a piece of paper and enter into personal covenant with God by writing and signing the following. Sovereign Lord God Almighty, use me unto your glory as you wish. I hereby surrender myself to you in entirety, my body, my soul, and my spirit, together with all my possessions. Have your way in my life, both now and forever. Signed. Whenever you see me addressing the nations of the world from the presidency in Nigeria, hold the covenant piece of paper in your hands and prepare your mind for crossover into the new world. Whoever has any question concerning this announcement should call any of the following telephone numbers in Nigeria: 0806 736 5061, 0805 366 4932, 08081 765 770. The end has finally come. It will have been over by the midnight of December 31, 2019. But for the unpreparedness of the elect of God, 2 years of extra grace was given for their final traumatic purifications. That extra time of grace has finally ended. It's time now to cross over. We shall continue the celebration from the inner world. Goodbye.